Hey everybody, it's Cowboy Mike with the Cowboy Mike Poker Sea Log, the Cowboy Log, and this is the Thanksgiving edition. Okay, so we had to leave Philly live on an emergency investigation, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit. But first of all, I'll talk about Foxwoods. Got a big event coming up this December 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, with day 2 on Friday. I'm going to take the mask off because somebody complained that they couldn't deal with the mask. So this is for you, bud, wherever you are. So Foxwoods have a big one, no guarantee, but it's a high flyer, 100,000 starting stack, 30-minute levels on day 1 and 40 on day 2. Turning Stone has a Friday, Saturday, day 2 on a Sunday with 460 with 30-minute levels on day 1 and 45 on day 2, and it's a great structure up there. They always get about 200,000 in the prize pool. Foxwoods, I think, will probably exceed 300,000 on this one here, the prize pool, very close to it. So let's talk about Philly Live. So I go down to Philly Live, playing the tournament, and it just wasn't meant to be. Because on Friday, I bought in for Saturday, and I had got my money back for all the buy-ins that I had playing cash. And I want to thank the Great One and the coach, not the coach, sorry, the Great One and Mr. Martin for buying a percentage of me, and I apologize because we had to leave early for the tournament. And the reason we had to leave is we got a call from a client from an investigation we had done 2.5 weeks ago in another state. I'm not going to mention the state, I'm not going to mention the town or anything like that, but I'm going to tell you that it was probably the most rewarding case I've had in 35 years. This was a custody battle, and some things that were going on within the realm of the investigation. The biological father had ties to a local police department and the court system as well. So my client didn't have a prayer in the town that she was in, where I had traveled to, and they were going to file an emergency order to try to get a restraining order and to get the child back, which he had taken from the hospital in that state and taking custody of it while she was in a hospital and while she was going through 7 surgeries and had postpartum as well. And it was a difficult situation for her. So when she got out of the hospital, she went to a facility and got the child back and stayed overnight in a hotel. During the course of that time, the biological father's attorney sent her a threatening letter saying that she could be arrested, etc., 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 and it was all baloney. But because of the mental and physical state my client was in, she returned the child to the biological father. Now, she's the biological mother. She didn't think she had any rights. Long story short, we ended up going up there, leaving Philly Live at 5:15 a.m. in the morning, and driving to my house in Rhode Island, and then driving 3 hours to the other state, where we were able to do surveillance for a total of 69 hours total over the next period of the next 2.5 days, with another agent coming in briefly for some of the surveillance. And we were able to, the client was able to get a restraining order out of another state and the immediate return of the child. So we sat on that baby, 13 weeks old, 15 weeks old. We sat on that child, where that child was located, for that period of time until the papers were served and the child was returned to the mother. And so this is why I did not do well at Philly Live, because it was not meant to be. I had gone down there and I said in the video earlier that I was going to win that tournament, and I would have won that tournament had these circumstances, because God had the hand in this, the whole thing. And I don't want to use religion but God, Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. So those of you who don't know that, you know it now, okay? And he had his hand in this whole thing. And he knew that I wasn't going to win the tournament. He knew I had to leave there. And he also knew that I wasn't going to make day 2, because if I did, I wouldn't have been able to go. And this child's life was more important than any tournament win anywhere. So I'm not going to post any photographs or any information, but I will tell you, again, 35 years of being a private investigator, this was one of, if not the most rewarding case I have ever participated in and been an investigator on. So much so that when I was leaving that state, I asked the mom that I wanted to meet that child and I wanted to take a photograph, which I did. With some of my friends already know that that's the case. And unfortunately, I lost someone during the interim, this whole scenario, because of my job and because of my poker. But that's another story for another day. But it was a great tournament as well, investigation. I got to meet Ben Weng and Ryan Dodd. Shout out to them. They were at my table in one of the events, and now they know who I am. And I picked up 14 new subscribers in Philly too. So good news all the way around. And God bless you all. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I think I'm going to be on my way to Turning Stone because there's nothing keeping me here right now.